Have you ever wondered why the Nether looks the way it does? Why pigs walk on two legs? Why blazes burn endlessly? Or why the very ground itself seems alive? What if I told you the Nether wasn't always the fiery wasteland we know today, but a thriving world, destroyed in one single cataclysm? At the beginning of Minecraft's world, the Nether wasn't the hellish landscape we see now. Instead, it was lush, habitable. Strange forests and fungi biomes thrived. Animals from the overworld, slimes, pigs, mushrooms, even strange breezes of air ventured through rare, naturally forming portals. These portals opened by chance, and curious creatures entered, never to return. Over time, they formed populations. Slimes rolled across the obsidian caverns, pigs rooted through glowing mushrooms, and strange winds gave birth to an ecosystem unlike anything in the overworld. The Nether was alive, vibrant, beautiful. But everything changed. The basalt deltas erupted. Imagine not one volcano, but thousands, all exploding within an endless cave. Lava poured everywhere, toxic greenhouse gases filled the air, and the temperature rose far beyond survival. There was nowhere for the gases to escape. No sky, no winds to carry them away. The Nether became a furnace. Entire ecosystems collapsed. Forests turned to ash. Slimes and breezes twisted, adapting to survive the unbearable heat. Breezes became blazes, their bodies burning with fire to cool themselves down. Slimes shrank into magma cubes, molten echoes of what they once were. And the pigs, they were the most successful. Some became feral hoglins, violent beasts of survival. Others formed entire civilizations. The piglins, crafting tools, farming fungi, building societies in the dark. And some say perhaps their cousins evolved into striders, creatures born to walk on lava itself. But the Nether's story doesn't end there. Long after the extinction, the ancient builders arrived. These were the same mysterious people who constructed temples, fortresses, and strongholds in the overworld. They came seeking resources, and brought with them a strange species, Ghasts. Originally gentle, almost playful creatures, the Ghasts could not live in this hostile land. Many tried to escape back, but the builders abused them, forcing them to stay, exploiting them as tools of war. When the builders eventually abandoned the Nether, they left the Ghasts behind, broken, traumatized. Over generations, these creatures adapted. They learned to spit fireballs, both as defense and as a way to release the heat trapped within them. And to this day, they remember their suffering. Their cries are not random. They are echoes of trauma, a generational memory of betrayal by humans. And what of the Soul Sand Valleys? These are not just deserts, they are graveyards. During the great eruptions, countless creatures died. With no escape, their bodies and souls infused with the very sand. That is why the soil itself whispers, why skeletons wander endlessly there. These valleys are the scars of extinction, frozen in time, eternal reminders of the Nether's collapse. But what about Netherrack? Why does the Nether look like it's made of flesh and fungus? Here's the theory. Originally, the Nether was built on blackstone, hard volcanic rock. But after the eruptions, fungi spread like wildfire. With no competition, the fungi infested blackstone, consuming it, transforming it into Netherrack. This is why the basalt deltas, the very ground zero of the extinction, have almost no Netherrack at all, but are full of untouched blackstone. Everywhere else, the infection spread unchecked, turning stone into organic living rock. The Nether itself is not just a biome, it's alive. So the Nether you see today is not the Nether that once existed. It is a graveyard, a prison, a scar of a world destroyed. Every blaze you fight, every ghast you hear crying, every block of netherrack you mine is a reminder of what came before. A world that thrived until it burned. And maybe it still remembers.